Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Novice Painting with the Novice Painter, Jimmy Novice. I'm Jimmy Novice, the Novice Painter, of course. Who else would it be, right? Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Now, again, we've had some production issues, so again, just double checking. Can never be too sure. So, thank you. Today, you're probably wondering, what is this big thing? There's no way he did this. I saw that in the last episode. Obviously, yes, this is what I referred to in the last episode as a repaint, but really it's more of a paint over. Because we're not really changing anything, we're just literally just painting over it. It's like an adult coloring book situation here. They do sell those, it's weird. I think they have like Friends versions and Sex and the City. I mean, what would you color the champagne in one of those? Maybe, I don't know. I'd probably use like a little bit of a mix of yellow and brown, maybe. Unless it's like, nah, I'd probably just use paint because they're probably drinking some kind of rosé or, anyway, that doesn't matter. That show absolutely sucks. So, see, stress. I thought about Sex in the City and the stress was brought on my voice. It's gonna be something that you're gonna have to get used to. I've gotten used to it. If you're new, get used to it. You can understand me though, that's the whole point. So, therapy is expensive. It's not very easy to do it through text for a voice thing. So, anyway, I am going to show you the finished product. This is it. This is the towel. This is the towel pattern, ladies and gentlemen. We freaking did it. You know how much of a pain in the butt these things were to do? Now, you can probably see some flaws. It's difficult. You have to really plan out, very carefully when you have intricate patterns like this. So, I'm not going to point out the mistakes. You can probably see them yourself. It's probably glaringly obvious. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. We're gonna prep a little bit to sign that off on. We're gonna put the signature on there. Let's step back. See, I used the iPhone to center this, and I feel like it's a little off, but it's okay. Anyway, the adjustments on the camera are a little different too. Just because this is obviously way bigger than what we've worked with before. And I was a little embarrassed because I had, you can see me from the waist down, I had to put on some pants. I think I'm still a little too high. But, so, I had to put on pants. That's just a joke. it's not like I'm walking around in my own apartment with just boxers on. That would be weird, right? No, it wouldn't actually, but, so, real quick, just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this because we're basically gonna use like every color I got. Every color in the game in the spectrum. I looked the color spectrum up, I basically got like every shade. There's a lot, but really okay, I don't have all of them, but there's a lot. I got like 18. So, I was thinking yellow, sort of I say yellow, but then no. We're gonna do some outrageous orange for the Siggy. And we're gonna use this anyway, so I should just keep them in order but again, it's Novice Painting Yellow. So I'm reaching over here. We're also gonna use like basically every brush. So, it's gonna be a little difficult. I'm gonna sort of do this like this, because this thing, I'm using the same easel that we had this thing on. You're probably wondering, well, what's this easel made of? Like adamantium or something? Because, this thing, I had to use double-sided tape on the background. And the back, this thing's like, just barely reaches to the top. I use like the double-sided tape like the celebrities use on the red carpet to, keep them tangs in. But this isn't an overly large breast being stuffed inside a Jimmy Choo. Does Jimmy Choo do justice? Anyway, so, this is something new for me because let's hope this goes well.
See, now I'm gonna do this like this. A little bit more. It's hard to decide what sort of size you want it to be. Obviously this is kind of tricky, but so we're just gonna do, I didn't think we should do it fancy. Maybe just actually not, I didn't say actually, I said actually. So we're gonna do this. All right, that's kind of good so far. You know, everything's very painstaking with novice painting. It's very arduous. It's very arduous work too. It's probably a little too much there because now with this painting, we're definitely gonna get globular, people, because this is probably gonna be definitely the most sort of freestylish, let's just go wild, let's party like it's 1999 kind of situation. So there we go. And Juan Valdez, man, I don't know if you see the shaking. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's acceptable. That's it. Shape acceptable. That's a new one. So now we're just gonna go over. I already pre-tacked the wall, so yes, I didn't know I had like, I was thinking maybe I could get a frame for it, but it's like, you know, I just want to go. I don't really care about a frame. So there we go. See, it just leans back against the wall. That's how simple it is. So there we go. That's painting number 2. Painting 1 and 2. I thought it looked a little bare over there, so I figured I'll just. See, now this one, there's no little J in, because basically it's already signed. What's the point of signing it twice? So, all right. Now, I promised you something special. I will be right back. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do what I know what you've all been waiting for. What's the HBO theme? See? Here it is. It's the towel. See, look at that. Yeah, see, it's not an exact replica. It's not an exact copy, but see, it's like if you got new. I mean, maybe the zigzags are a little tight. But see, look at that. It's kind of hard getting that color in there, but man, look at that. That's it. It smells all nice and fresh. I did have to hand wash it. They raised the price of the laundromat for 35 cents. That's like 40% increase, I think. But still, this is the exact towel that wiped up all the malaria sweat. For everyone who wasn't there for last episode, yeah, it's allegedly malaria, but yeah, so, I mean, you're probably wondering, what's the heck, malaria? Well, yeah, see, I mean, the last girlfriend, it's the girl that gave me the towel that I got the towel from. Apparently I told my mom, there's no way she's poisoning me. I ate some bad linguine and clams. Yeah, she didn't like that girl very much. So, we're gonna get right into it. Obviously, we're eventually gonna use this orange, but for right now, we're gonna start at the bottom, work our way to the top. So we started from the bottom, now that's what is eventually gonna happen. We're gonna try to keep it short, we're gonna try to knock this out in one shot. Because, now first of all, we're showing reverence for this. The entire message, the philosophy, Buddha, all that. But we're not gonna touch this. This is gonna be left untouched. And then I'm gonna do some coloring on the dragon to kind of highlight that. And then we're gonna color sort of some of this foliage. Now this looks like, I mean, I might jump into some of those here and there. But definitely, I mean, that's like 3 months worth of coloring. That's a lot of coloring. as long as, I mean, if you want to stay in between the lines, which we're not really going to try to do. We're going to get just, it's a totally freestyle people. We're going to wrap out this canvas. You're going to see. I know I'm talking too much. I'm just so excited. This is, like I said, this is a penultimate episode because this is basically just showing what, you know, you can have fun with paints and this happiness, fun, happiness. It all comes together like one big happiness. So we're gonna just go ahead, since we're gonna start, like we're gonna go through this, I wanted to do a sort of a spectral thing here. So basically we're gonna start, after I do this, I'm gonna do like red, green, a couple of different green colors through here, and then a little sort of red through here, and I'm gonna do sort of the spectrum, so we'll start like red, orange, yellow, and we'll just sort of just overlap, just go back and start over, and then we'll sort of do it the opposite way here. So we'll start with red, and then I'm gonna do some coloring in there. You know, you'll see. But come along for the ride. It's a ride. It's a journey. We're starting from the bottom, and eventually we'll be here. So I'm actually gonna accidentally get the wrong color here. So we're gonna use sort of a dark green and a lighter green. Sorry if you can hear that. There's a fan way off in the background because it is mighty hot. It's we're in the middle of a heat wave here, folks. So man, look at that. I've not been very good about cleaning these things, but it's paint. It's paint, man. So I'm gonna be very careful with how much I use. I'll go ahead and put these in 2 different spots. We're gonna use them anyway, but we're gonna be very judicious. Judicious. Tell me that definition. So, now I'm gonna do something interesting here. See, we're gonna do, actually no, I'm gonna just do one at a time. It'd be safer, it'd be easier. We're using every single brush we got. So we're gonna do some calisthenics here. We're gonna duck down and watch this. We'll take some of this light green. We're just gonna kind of go randomly through, because there's like these little scales, but you know, we don't really want them all the same color. See, we're not really we're being pretty conservative. Of course, we're not worried about lines here. I mean, I'm kind of just using them as a rough guide. We're just going to kind of be random with these green spots. Or scales. I mean, they're not spots, they're scales. There we go, see? So you're getting some good coverage, and it's interesting. Remember, that's the point. Be interesting, man. Yeah, there's a lot on here, but we're gonna get through that and it's gonna look pretty cool. So, it's definitely proper terminology, is definitely paint over, so. You know, repaint sounds kind of cool, but that's, because in my mind it's like a reboot, but that's, because they're basically the same, just with a different paint job in a way. So, don't try this at home, folks. I'm on my knees here and on my toes. It's not good for your knees or your toes. Knees, head, shoulders, toes. So, now kids or teens, elderly, whoever. Well, mostly kids, because I'm just saying you don't want to get in trouble doing your own paint over, because you want to make sure you own the painting, or you know, it's yours. Maybe it was gifted to you for a birthday, or you know, maybe you saw, like, maybe you could even repaint, say, like a poster that you got from Walmart or Target. I think they still sell posters. Kids still care about posters. I mean, they have all these NFTs. I don't know, you know, they're like really non-fungible something. I just said it's no fun, Tony. NFTs, no fun, Tony. What do you want with that? Let me give me a real poster. Well, I need a picture. I have once over 1,600 pictures in my phone. It's taking up way too much space. How much you thinking a no fun Tony's gonna take up? See, just moving right along. We're not even worried about it. We're just doing it. You just talk and do it, doing it and doing it and doing it well. See, it actually is kind of cool to have not sort of a perfect right in between, you know, perfectly between these preset lines, because then it just gives it more of a dragon-like appearance, you know, where it's, I mean, it doesn't seem like they would have perfect scales. It seems like they would be sort of beat up scales. You know, these things are tried and tested warrior creatures, you know. Apparently, according to the lore. See, that's good enough. See, I like that. It's subtle. We're not trying to go too crazy here. Now I'm gonna put that in the soapy. This is the most prepared I've been, folks, since starting this. We're gonna let them sit in the rinse. Now we're gonna take another sort of just a simple little tiny brush. See, now there's no way, like I said, there's a lot of these intricacies, they're just gonna be left as is. And that's quite all right. See, it's looking pretty cool. See, now, this is uncharted territory here for myself, maybe many others. Hopefully you can hear me. You know, I'm gonna be looking into giving that lavalier mic, but we're, you know, this is bare bones, folks. You should be lucky the lighting is as good as it is. I'm surprised I'm having a problem with this voice today because it's only about 10% humidity outside. But yeah, this painting is got quite an interesting story to it. I mean, it was what was a gift because, you know, they were moving. Seems like that's how you always get gifts for moving, helping someone move. It's like, that's what I get. You get like Burger King, and you get to pick like one thing out of all their junk that they don't want. You're just doing them a favor because it's less stuff for them to move. And it's rare that you actually get like something good. And if there is something like a freaking inversion table or a 3-person Arca Lounger leather thing, it's like, I need like professional movers for this. Truck ain't even gonna help. I need like people who can lift 1,500 pounds. Probably need like a forklift or something. But anyway, she gave me this painting. And she bought me In-N-Out actually, so, which, I don't know, I think In-N-Out's kind of overrated. I don't know. It's fresh and they don't use a bunch of fake like buns and stuff or bread or fillers or whatever, but I mean, it just, I don't know. I'd just rather probably have like a smash burger, filet of fish, maybe a filet of fish. That would have been good. See, I'm kind of missing some places here. Yeah, see that basically, that's, you know, you look at that and you think, well, that's gonna take 3 hours to fill. No, see, we weren't gonna do them all. That would have been crazy. Crazy, man. That's been... So, gonna take another brush. See, we're just basically just off screen putting these, two of the ringer here, two of the soap, and the rinse. So they'll be prepared for when we get real freaking crazy. We're getting these, and that's basically it. We're not gonna get too intricate again. You know, maybe we'll color certain spots. We're definitely gonna get these edges. We're gonna get those with sort of it's probably bright yellow. See how it moves? Peanut butter, hang on, peanut butter. Don't fall nowhere. All right, so let's see us keep on moving on. Keep on trucking, painting. So there we go. I'm gonna do a little red. We're gonna take another thin. It's pretty thin. It's thin enough. So we're gonna take that red and we're gonna get some, I'm gonna paint this red. Then I'm gonna get some yellow and orange, get yellow orange in there. So it'll probably be easier, I feel like, to start right here. And this one I'm kind of am trying to stay inside the lines. Oopsie. This is very risky business here. This could all come tumbling down. Tumbling down. Alright. So this. See? Then I already went outside the line. But I already said again, we weren't caring about that because it's, nobody's really going to be looking at it up that close anyway. They can see the message from a mile away and they're just like, oh, that's cool, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, what's all that on the side? As long as I can see the message. So, sorry if I get quiet through these intricate parts because it requires a deft hand and mastery of your perception. So, and hopefully I'm not getting too muffled for you. Again, I'm gonna get that lava layer. There we go. See, it's looking pretty nice so far. I'm staying in the lines. Again, it doesn't matter, but it feels good when you do. It's like when you're driving home late and there's a cop behind you and it's like, just don't go outside the lines. Don't go outside the lines. I only had one beer, man. I only had one beer. Don't go outside the lines. Don't want no chewy chewy. All right, nice. See, you saw that thing shaking. It was quite scary there for a second. You know what, we're actually gonna do this. I'm gonna paint over this. There we go, just a little bit over the center, get some redness. So I could have swore, you know, thinking about this. The last few days I was thinking, I thought he had fire coming out of his mouth for some reason. You know, that'd be cool, we should actually take some white. I just realized there was clouds back there. So, all right, see now, that's why we're just doing small amounts because these things love to dry, especially with the humidity. So, you can see how that, see that does a lot right there. That does a whole heck of a lot. See, again, bare bones, and you can probably hear other humming. There is a refrigerator. I mean, there's only so much you can do. I'm not letting the Cool Whip go bad, you know. The Hot Pockets and the pizza rolls gotta stay frozen, folks. So bear with me. Bear Grylls with me. So, all right, we're gonna get that orange and yellow. So orange and yellow. So we're sticking with, Now I already have the orange in the other one, so we're actually gonna go over, we're gonna go back to this one. We're gonna put the yellow in here. So, now this keeps everything open for, every color's got a spot pretty much. We got 12 spots on the big palette, the circular palette, and we got essentially 5, 10 here. So that's 22. And we're only using like 18 colors, so perfect. We got room for grays and blacks and whites. But remember, black and white is not color. Thank you, Valerie from 5th grade. Screw you. Okay, so we're gonna put that red back into the soapy water. So we're gonna put that in the rinse. You can hear that. So let's see. We're using out brushes pretty fast here, but it's cool because I got a fair amount. Here. So this is gonna be perfect sizes, really. They're basically about the same. One's longer than the other. That's what she said, but I can't say those. Goats, man. Okay, so red and or orange and yellow. Here we go. Looking nice. See, now this is much easier when you basically just coloring. Ha ha! I found the trick. I told you I'm a new age outlaw of painting. Now there could be more. Maybe I still got a lot of paint on this brush. See, I don't know why he'd have an orange nose, but where I'm coming from, you can have any color nose you want. There we go. So, all right, cool. There we go. Just like our 4th brush we've used already, but we're moving right along. 5th brush. I'm counting 4 over here. So, but they're all sitting in the rinse after being washed and be dried. So, man, my toes are about to break. I haven't squatted like this since junior high. Alright. Now with these, I don't want to get too globular. Probably got enough on there already, but you like to be sure. There we go. Perfect. Alright, boom. So moving right along. I was thinking how I make that eye red. So we'll get back. Actually, I may go ahead and make it yellow. There you go. See, looks even more fierce. There you go. That looks good. All right, so we're gonna get those clouds, man. Yeah, this girl that gave me this paint, she was quite the character. She she was on Facebook, and at the time, I mean, this is quite some time ago. And we're gonna use. I wonder if white would be good. Maybe we should use something more colorful in that regard. Oh well. We got a spot for white. I got to cover. See, this is very intricate. So you have to bear with me. I mean, this is Bear Grill Bones. So I want to cover that up. So those don't dry out. We're being very fastidious with much more so. There we go. All right, see, I thought I was almost out of white. All right, cool. Let's do this. So we're gonna get this cloud down here. So she was like, you know, on Facebook, she's like, She said she was like a reporter. I was like, or a journalist. She was doing a story. So, about the local comedy scene. And, I don't know, I just figured, well, I mean, I guess I know something about it. And I felt bad for her because no one was responding, so I was like, well, there is an improv, or no, it was an improv show. They're like those Vegas Rascals or something. At this bar, so I told her about it, and she responded. You know, I didn't private message or anything. It was just, you know, one of those respond in the comments sort of thing. And she was like, sure. You know, I thought she was gonna be like, you know, where is it? I'll meet you there. And it was like, no, she was like, I need a ride. I was like, oh man. But I was like, you know, I was like, cool, maybe, I don't know, maybe, you know, people meet online all the time. I was thinking, you know, maybe there could be a love connection. You know, who knows? People meet in strange and mysterious ways all the time. So I went to pick her up, and it was just, definitely wasn't Rancho Cucamonga, I'll tell you that. It was, of course, when we first came here, it was just, you know, it's not like we were living the high life or anything. But it was, it was, a little nerve-wracking, like the experience in the water park in San Dimas with all that Raider paraphernalia. So, yeah, we went there, and it was, you know, it was annoying. It was like, all they sold was freaking tequila and wine. Like, the two least favorite sort of things. I mean, when we do shots and sip on freaking some Merlot. Give me a Patron and some Merlot. That's just crazy. That sounds like like an alcoholic aunt or something. I don't know. I only drink Patron and wine. So anyway, sorry, that's mean. I'm just kind of mad because they never even. They asked for people to step in and do stuff with them, and I raised my hand like the entire time. They only chose chicks. It's like that time I was at that country bar, and all I wanted to do was ride the freaking mechanical bull, and she was like, "Yeah, you usually only let chicks do it." You know, I'm kind of competitive. I was like, I could probably do, you know, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. You know, I was thinking maybe I could be like Luke Perry, gets to 8 seconds, you know, in that movie 8 seconds. Of course, it was like, he's like, just finally gave in, let me do it, and he was like, you can turn, he immediately turned the switch on the dang thing to like 11, flipped me right off. I was on for like, I did 0.8 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. Probably wasn't even 0.8. It's probably just enough time to get off the shot in the NBA. It's probably like 0.3 seconds. And even then, that's a catch and shoot. So, see, we're getting there. See, obviously you can see how cool and how fun that can be. I mean, look, it's incredible. Yes, of course, I don't really have the close-ups This is bare bones again, people, but you'll get a close up, obviously, of the finished product. So now we're gonna get a bigger brush. This one was recently washed. So now I said we're gonna work our way up. So we're actually gonna come down here. We're gonna get, so we're gonna try to kind of keep a sort of a, you know, we're having fun with it, we're getting globular and stuff, but I want to keep sort of some synchronicity. So I'm gonna do these leaves down here and do sort of an alternating where we're gonna do, it'll sort of emphasize the orange in the painting that's naturally gonna be in there, obviously. But we're gonna tone down sort of its dullness by brightening up with another orange. I mean, that's sort of the way I was thinking. So I was thinking we could do, so orange you're glad. See, it just kind of sort of just blends right in. I mean, it gives it a nice sheen. Again, we're not worried. We're not worried about lines here, folks. See, I can actually even go over this with no worries. And you can even just, you know, if you get globular, get sloppy with it, you can give nice textures. And believe me, folks, I mean, this voice, I get tired of it too when it pops in. Sometimes it pops in the worst time. It's like, I've had job interviews in the past and they're like, "Are you joking, sir?" I'm like, no, miss. We're gonna just, I'm trying to get just a little bit more globular here. See, look at that. It's fun. See, now it goes into the black lines a little bit, but again, that sort of gives it just a little bit more of a natural tone. Yeah, so there's the chair over here. So I'm gonna come over here, it's gonna do the same thing over here. Not worried about that line in the middle. What I am worried about is this painting falling because it's shaking. A whole lot of shaking going on. Coming on, baby. Over it out of shaking going on. Oh, there we go, see? Just gotta be confident with your strokes. Just confident with your strokes. Like Tiger Woods used to be. Or maybe he still is. Well, I mean, I just remember, you know, he was just this amazing golfer. I guess he still is, but I mean, you know, it's like obviously everybody has their time. But, you know, when I thought of strokes, I just thought of tennis, and I thought of Tiger Woods. Perfect. All right, then. So, wash that. So now I'm gonna take yellow and I'm gonna do the other ones red. So we're gonna get a brush for the yellow. Again, this is all a bunch of brushes that are in immediate need of drying, which is totally like not far off from like real life. There we go. All right, that's a good one. Where it's like, dang man, fell asleep. My clothes were in the freaking wash. Gotta dry them. It's like these brushes. See how clever it is? It's real simple. You can. And I got this going. See, I've learned a lot. I don't even know how many. So, 2 episodes, yeah. So here we go. We're gonna do these red. We're gonna do the small ones red. I don't want don't want a whole bunch of red, like. There we go. Red's definitely necessary. I mean, it's stands for passion. You know, there's a meaning behind these things, these colors, you know? You know, yellow and orange are typically sort of your more happy colors, and blue and purple are weird. They're sort of like it's like a nightclub sort of rave feeling or something. I don't know. It's like party. I know, like, it's like blue light's supposed to be more mellow. Like in some places where crime's real bad, they'll have the street lights sort of give off a blue tint. Apparently, people will commit less crimes when they're under a blue light. Oh, she almost got that. See that, how it caught that? Peanut butter helped me with that one. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, it was really annoying that they didn't pick me in the improv show. It wasn't even that good anyway. We were like, follow us on Facebook. It's like, no thanks. But it was fortuitous because the girl actually was like, hey, we should hang out again. I was like, it's a good idea. I have to agree with that. So, you know, I didn't know she was going to call me the next day, but, you know, to luck would have it, I was off for, you know, 3 days that week, and so I was thinking, well, this girl must, you know, be attracted to me or something, right? I mean, wouldn't anybody think that? You know, if they're like, let's hang out again. And it's a little bushier right there. I'm gonna use this one. It's gonna give me a little more control. We're gonna go back to that yellow. So we're gonna sit over here, do this one right on this side. She's like, yeah, let's hang out. I was like, all right. You know, where do you want to hang out? She's like, well, I gotta do laundry. Can I come over there? I'm like, what? Like, I gotta go pick you up and take you back and carry your laundry and let you wash it and use my detergent? No, she bought her own detergent. It's actually better than mine, so I did my laundry with hers. Her detergent. It was like Woolworths or something. So she was like, I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, maybe Sparks will fly for being sort of a hero when she had no clean underwear. So I was like, sure, just don't ask me to help you fold them. Please don't ask me. So she did her laundry, which is fine, of course. It's like, it's no big deal. I've helped others, I said probably in bigger ways that I knew for less time. Get a little bit more yellow in there. There we go. It looks a little light on yellow. So we're gonna get over there and get finished on that yellow side. So I brought her, and then there wasn't any, I figured I'm not gonna try anything because I'm gonna be a gentleman. like the first time we've sort of hung out in like a private setting, so it's like I'm not gonna just try to jump this girl's bones or anything, you know? But then, so I take her home, drop her off, she gives me a hug, she kisses me on the cheek. I'm like, that's sweet, you know? That seems sort of like a perfect way to kind of kick things off. Sort of a classic scenario. Now it is wrap around, but I'm not going to worry about the other side. So see, so this starting at the bottom was, well, that's actually a good idea. Remember, you want to save the best for last, peeps. So it's just like the message is perfect, but then it's like you get to the top, it's like that's where it's at. Thousands of candles. That's the message. And, well, the whole thing's a message, but I like to put a positive spin, on everything. Everything's a learning experience, or it turns into a funny memory or something. It's exactly what I'm telling you right now. So I was fine, of course, letting her use the because this is when I had my own washer and dryer. And it was, oh man, I regretted that. She definitely had, I swear she had like 50 cats or something, because, man, I had to wash that thing out like crazy. See, look how fun that is. Now, see, I'm really tempted to do alternating colors sort of on this rope looking sort of thing, but that's just gonna be a little bit too much. Obviously, you're already stressing into like, gosh. So let me see how this is drying. Things look different when you're sort of repainting or doing a paint over. See there, I can see, there we go, sorry. See? I mean, really, it's really popping there, see? It's pop locking there, so. Oh, see? Already messed up, but that's cool because we're basically gonna be in that general area. We're gonna do some embellishments and details in there. I'm being really gung-ho with touching this thing because it's precarious. It's sort of Leaning Tower of Pisa kind of situation. That's okay. See, look at that. Look at that. It's saved. Oops, see? I was leaving those out. No, that's not good. Let's see. Actually, I think it would be good to use some more of the dark green on the dragon. We're gonna sort of have an idea here, folks. See, I don't know actually. Now I'm sort of second guessing myself here. So I didn't tell her about the washer laundry situation. I mean, how do you? I guess it didn't really need to be said. What are you gonna really say there? What could be said? I'm not trying to embarrass her. Because either she's got a lot of cats, or she hasn't vacuumed on the rig for quite some time. There we go. See, gotta have sort of a daft punk touch. There we go. See, just giving it a little more life there, folks. We want some color. Whew. That is tough on the body, guys. Gals, folks, everyone out there and wherever you at, doing some clean and rinsing teeth. I just spilled some water. But I want you to see. See? Look at that. That's how many brushes we've freaking used. So, they're basically clean and dry. Again, we're not, like with everything, we're not going for exact precision. It's just, you know, perfect. To me, it's pretentious, I guess. I don't know. You could say that, right? I would say that. So, do one more little thing. We're gonna get a small one. Get this small one right here. So basically this is gonna be a 3-parter. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this up and then we're gonna do the happiness part and then we'll go ahead and save this inner part for part 2 and we'll lead up and boom, we'll finish in part 3 at the very top. So, I still got lots to talk about here. And I want to be precise in here as much as possible because well, it's a small area and you still want that level of detail. See, that's, boom, there we go, see? Booyaka, booyaka. Alright, see, that's when you gotta stop. See, I was really tempted to do more. I gotta chill, gotta kick back. So, I'm gonna throw that little one back in the soap. The rinsey water. So, actually, I think we're gonna be using, I think we used this on the logo. Yes, there we go. All right. So again, we're gonna start with the spectrum. So we're gonna start with red. There we go, see. It still gets tricky, like this thing's huge. I gotta really upgrade my easel game. So they're letting that kind of just scoot down a little bit and shake it in there. So this is it's a candy apple red. It's obviously there's a really dark color underneath, so this isn't necessarily going to show up the greatest. So we'll come up from the bottom too. Started from the bottom, now we're here. See, again, I like sort of the painty sort of drag where there's like, it's not perfect. So we gotta put a little bit more red in here just to at least finish this H. There we go. So then see, you know, it's like 2 days passed. I was like, maybe I was thinking, maybe she'll sort of trying to estimate how often she does laundry, but you know, according to how much she did, not very often, so. you know, I was just wondering, I was thinking like, is she gonna ever want to hang out again, or just for on laundry day or something? So, you know, I'm like, whatever, that's okay. But then she called me back and I was like, hey, come over. Just come over and hang out. I was like, okay. She's like, I got some wine. I was like, oh. Let me guess, you got some tequila too? No, she just had wine. I almost wish she had a tequila because, man, I don't like to be too judgmental, but I walked in there and it was like, no wonder you had so much hair. It wasn't just cat hair. It was like maybe possibly pets that had died previously. I'm not saying she was a hoarder, but she wasn't exactly sort of judicious when it came to where she put her stuff. She wasn't as thoughtful when it came to sort of guests coming, if you will. I wish I would know. All right, so we're going to orange. Sorry, I already had orange ready. There we go. See, we got a good pattern going here. We're going in sort of, you know, we got an order going. See, I remember trying to do this. With the logo painting. See, that's why I'm trying to get globular, because now this is a very silky sort of material. I mean, it's technically not even really meant to be painted on. Really. At least, I mean, really, yeah, I guess it is. It's canvas technically, but it's not very absorbent. Of course, for saying, well, look how much paint you're freaking using. Yeah, this is Novice Painter, baby. Get down on it. Get down on it. I mean, we'll just have to cut, you know, in part 2. We could always do another layer. See, I know, and it seems like bad, like this A just totally blends into the freaking painting, the natural orange. But see, we're making it work. Booyaka, booyaka. 6, 1, 9, 10. See? Oh, wait, let's get a little bit. Gotta get globular here on the left side. Or it's right. There we go. There we go. Be light percent. See? It's freaking interesting. Me likey. Me likey. Someone was suggesting to me to possibly even do this sort of as a live stream, because it actually is going to be probably just as long as the first freaking episode. I was really going for something shorter, but it really takes time. This is a big task. This is a big job we got here. I'm gonna see that A. Yeah, see? That A looks completely fine. You just gotta use your imagination. So we're gonna use a dark yellow. Look at that, see? You never know what's gonna happen. I could do something with that, but see, that's something you actually could do. Finger painting. See, I don't know if I want any white dots in there. See, I'm very particular about my paint overs, even though this is the first one. So I think, yeah, that should be dark yellow. Gotta be careful with my colors. All right, so this would be sort of a dark yellow, light yellow, sort of a light green. So we're actually just gonna go move all the way into these letters and repeat it. So I gotta kind of fan that out a little. It's a little dry, so we're gonna jump on this paint. It's gonna be nice and yellow. Well, oh, see, I did not plan that, folks. See, it's funny when you look, see, it's like the red, it's like, I think what they call a transparent color or something, because you can see through it. But then it's like the yellow. You'd think that it's see-through? I don't know, because it's like you see the black through it, but you definitely see the yellow. Like with the red, it's almost kind of hard to see that there's red. Uh-oh, what's that? Is that a bubble? Yep, that was a bubble. You don't want bubbles in your paint. I don't know, I mean, it could give it an instant texture, but I don't think they last. There we go. So, see? We're on the right course. I prefer that it looks weird, it looks odd, it looks off, it doesn't look, you know, someone's like, that doesn't look the way it should. Perfect. You got me sold. Alright, so, see, now this is already freaking taken an hour. So I told you, this thing could be epic. WrestleMania 2-day, WrestleMania epic. 4 hours with a triple main event. So, alright. I mean, this should be 3 freaking hours. Now we'll keep it simple. It's like, basically just gonna finish these letters, and then these things right here, and then these letters. And we'll do some fun things. We'll kind of just come back, but still, there's many more interesting things to talk about this painting. About the story that goes along with it. So, push that back over here. Got the, like, the Santa hat. So for people that haven't, so I'm gonna repeat things because I know people don't see every episode, or they didn't see the first one first or something. I mean, there's a billion freaking videos out there. There's like 100 million hours of YouTube uploaded, videos uploaded to the internet in general every 5 seconds or something. That's just, I just made that up. But so we're gonna go for a light yellow, but I'm thinking we don't want to get too precise. We want to actually get some color. See, I don't even know if you would notice the difference. Actually, there's a pretty big difference. So, all right, we'll go ahead and do the light yellow. We'll do the light yellow, or this is bright yellow. Because that's good, because it goes with the colors, the theme of happiness. Bright yellow, dark yellow. See, there is a difference. It's kind of like, this is like Hulk Hogan yellow, this is like Laker. If I get that. See, it's not like a fan brush, it's more like a square brush, I guess. Let's get globular. Just not gonna worry about it. Just gonna jump in there. All right, so there's a definite, yeah, you can definitely see that difference. And people will think, well, you got a dirty mind. I mean, why did you paint the peas yellow? Well, I think there is such thing as yellow peas, like the things you eat. So if anything, I could be promoting to eat your vegetables. Look at that. It's got a nice draw to it. See, it looks fantastic. I mean, really, it's like, that's what we're going for. We're going for crazy, man. There we go. See, we want it really pops. It's like Mary Poppins, baby. Alright, so I'm gonna put this. I think I do have a similar brush in this size, but you know, we're trying to go for consistency, even in precision, if you will. Now, I'm sorry if my head's kind of cut off at the top, because it's like it's a different situation here. It's you know, this is a different situation here in the paint cave today. This is all new. This is all new. It was envisioned, but it's all new. So we're gonna go with a bright green, because there's like a pale green. Actually, no. See, we're gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, man. Alright, so don't get too ahead of ourselves. Let's stick to it. Stick-to-itiveness. That's what they call it, right? Stick-to-itiveness. Getting globular. Just gonna bring it straight down. Okay, it's nice. It's still a really nice green, actually. I mean, it's a shade lighter than sort of you would think, like we're sort of like a happiness motif. I'm thinking be more sort of, well, just brighter. But the next one will be, check this out. That was what they call house light green. 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 Well, the light is pretty nice. Thanks. No, it's almost like a German Hauser. Doogie Hauser light green. That's what it is. Cool. I don't know what that has to do with. Oh, I think the scrubs were that color. So anyway, so we have that the brighter green over here. So we're gonna go back to this brighter green. And because of the lid, we're in good shape. It's not dried out. Doesn't have any pudding skin on top. There we go. We're gonna jump right in. Oh, hey, it's gone. That was freaking long enough. I think the longest that voice has stayed has been a week. It was after April Fool's Day. I remember I was doing the voice all day, and people thought I was joking. Boy, were they the fool. So, as you can see, this green is more green. And that's what we are wanting. See? And they're hard to frickin' do. I mean, not really, but it's like you want kind of small, it's like narrow in the middle. Like that frickin', that second end of it pretty good. Alright. There we go. So I would like to be nice. I'll try pulling up. Pulling up on that. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright, it's fun, it's interesting. Alright, this should look bright. Yeah, see, we got real globular there. That's good. We're having fun. That's the purpose
of novice painting. Having fun. Are you having fun? Okay. Now, this next one. Now it says mint green. I don't know how much of a different color it is. They almost look the same. But I'm gonna go for it. We're following the plan. We're following the plan. Wham bam. Thank you. Bam bam. Bigelow. For the inspiration. Alright. Yeah. So it'll be mint green and then it'll be like sort of a pale blue and a turquoise. So that'll end up looking fun. We'll have variety. Hopefully this mint green is different enough that we're not wasting a spot. These spots are very precious. See, I'm feeling that this is basically the same. I don't know, maybe there's a tiny bit more. See, that's where those blue and green hues, man, they get odd and confusing. It's like, what is going on? Are you green or blue, man? I mean, again, we found that I was not, in fact, colorblind. It does look lighter. I was legally blind, not blonde, but legally blind. So I do have the nickel thick contacts in that you can keep in for a maximum of 8 hours. There we go, boom, booyaka booyaka. All right, so that does look marginally different in color, in shade. Give me shade, fool. Give me some green shade. All right, so clean this. Gonna step back. See, basically stage one, part one is gonna be wrapping up. Just letting you soak that in while I soak this brush in this cup right here. Huh, look at that. See, when you're prepared, things are smoother. Still take forever, but that's the point. I mean, you could fall asleep to this, right? You could just listen to this random guy who can't paint babble. I can. You can too. You can too paint. And whether someone thinks it's good or not, that is not the point. Jackson Pollock, everybody goes back to him. Great guy, I don't know, I never met him, but I mean, he just took, like wall paint, like enamel paint or whatever, I guess, and just, threw it on a canvas on the floor. And he had a vision, but he just put paint on a canvas, and that's what we're doing. This is not novice artists. Artists have a certain je ne sais quoi that people, quite frankly, find off-putting sometimes. I'm just being honest, it. So that's why this is novice painting. So give me some pale blue in this boo-boo. All right, this is pale blue. All right. You can open the treasure trove. Paint. Are you painting, man? Ooh, this is watery. This is watery. We got viscous and we got watery. All right. I told you. See, I should really create some novice painting knee pads. See, this S is not. These S's aren't gonna really. Well, it'll be interesting, but they're not. There's a certain uniformity. To these other ones. I'm using too much. I need to calm down. Darn sweet goal. It's a little smoother than I thought. This is a great brush. I mean, it's better. I don't even know what kind of hair this one is. It's probably just synthetic something, I don't know. What's weird is there's acrylic fabric apparently or something that's like, that could be painting with acrylic with acrylic. Wouldn't that be something? All right, so when that S dries, you can put a little bit more of that pale blue. Definitely wasn't the coverage that I was hoping for. Now, the next one, turquoise. Now this one seems less watery. See, I'm making things difficult. Oop, where you cover? All right, bam. Okay. All right, so obviously it's darker blue. Let's hope it's not runny. Like, you know, peanut butter, what I'm talking about when I say runny, you knew. Those are some bad days. You eat too much hamburger helper and your tummy wouldn't like it. See? See, folks? The air freaking came on because it's so hot in here. It's so hot. So hot. So, now my souvenirs are falling all over the place. We're just gonna have to turn it off. Just gonna have to turn it off. You never know what's gonna happen. Bare bones, folks. Bare bones. We've got no producer, director, or it's me and peanut butter. Just me and peanut butter. How's it looking so far, huh? Yeah, why not? Awesome. So good. So good. So good. There we go. Boom. Actually, gonna get a little more around the curve here. Yeah. We're gonna get globular. We're gonna get globular. Let's get globular. So we're gonna put this up. Boom, obviously you can see. It's actually pretty cool, if I say so myself. I hope you agree. Even if you don't, it doesn't matter, because this is novice painting with the novice painter, Jimmy Novice. I am Jimmy Novice, the novice painter. So, come back very soon. You know it's only gonna take a split second. It's gonna take longer for me. Whew! Gotta cool down. The story's got me worked up and it's hot as heck in here. All right, so hopefully you can see my face fine. But we're gonna get back to this. We're done with part one. I know this is epic, but hey, you can fall asleep to this. You know, you can just watch it or listen to it while you're cleaning the house. You know, there's a video aspect or an audio aspect. So, thank you once again. And remember, just like this says, happiness never decreases from being shared.
Thank you for joining me, and we will see you for part 2.